everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm going to be dead honest, I have no idea what I'm doing in this one. I just really fancy coming on and saying hi. So today is the 13th of September, it is Monday, and I last did a video on Saturday which rounded up my last video. So I think I'm going to do a little like Q&A, just some prep info. What are my next plans regarding competing? Because my last video was very much like, I'm not quite sure what I want to do at the start of it, but then obviously like towards the end I was like, yeah, I can't wait to do it again. So at work yesterday we had a nice barbecue. Do you know what, guys, I'm in a real good position in my life right now. I feel so blessed. I absolutely adore my job, love helping people, I love being in the gym. It's just great, and the fact that I can go to other David Lloyd clubs is incredible. I went to David Lloyd Northwood yesterday. I have been there before, and you know what, I actually realised that I really just like Bracknell because it's just my favourite gym. I'm debating whether to go there today for legs or whether to go to work. I mean, it is quite early. Well, it's not, it's at 12 o'clock, but the fact that I have the whole day off today, I feel like I want to do something with my day, so I'd rather travel. So I'm not entirely sure yet, but we did get up and do our cardio fasted. There is no science behind fasted cardio. The reason why I choose to do it fasted is simply because I'm not hungry, and I'm really happy that I'm not hungry. So I weighed myself this morning, I was 60.5. As I said, I did have a barbecue yesterday at work, had a burger and some halloumi fries and some fries and something else, just 2 Diet Cokes. But I didn't eat 3 meals, so I kind of had my barbecue instead of 3 meals. But genuinely, guys, I am not hungry anymore. Anyway, I woke up this morning and I had a bit of bleeding down below. So I do have a tampon in, just obviously I don't want to risk anything because I'm in shorts still. And my belly started cramping, and I do think that my period has come, but I'm not entirely sure if it is a proper period, or I'm not sure. So I will want to say that I have got my menstrual cycle right now, but I don't want to like get my hopes up and then it's not really anything. But the pains that I've got, I don't really get pains from menstruating, is that the word? Whatever, it's not ovulating because I've already ovulated if my period's now. Anyway, so I don't usually get side effects, or not side effects, symptoms, sorry. I don't really know when it's expected to come. The only thing I could possibly say, which isn't like a cause and effect thing because I have been post-comp, is I just had a lot of cravings last week and I was super hungry, and now I'm not really hungry. And to be fair, I was really tired last week, but again, that could be because I did 4 late shifts in a row. So I don't know what is actually causing, like it could be my period, it could be completely not related to my period. So I will keep you updated this week regarding that. So that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, I weighed myself 60.5, which is the same as Saturday's weigh-in. I have a weigh-in on Wednesday, so 2 days time, and I have a feeling that I'm probably going to be a little bit lower, if not around the same as what I am today, 60.5. So we'll have to wait and see, but I've only had 1 meal so far today. I've had my oats, which was like an hour ago, if that. And yeah, I'm just not hungry. Like, this is kind of good, but it's kind of concerning me at the same time, because now I feel like I'm going to have to start force feeding myself. And I know that my calories are only going to keep going up. So that's all right. My bloatiness has kind of disappeared as well. Like, I feel a lot more comfortable wearing shorts and a sports bra than I did last week. Do you know what makes me so happy? Is that quite a few things actually. 2 times today, someone's made a comment of how stress-free I seem, how happy I am, and how contagious that energy is. And you know, it makes me so happy that like I put a smile on other people's faces, but genuinely I am such a happy person. Like, I was saying to someone who told me in the gym that I was like very happy all the time. Life's too short to be miserable. Firstly, you need to do what makes you happy. You need to do what you feel passionate about. Secondly, I don't know, I can't remember what I was going to say. The best compliment is you seem so happy. I just love everything. We'll wait and see what the universe has in store for us to try and test us, you know, one of those. So I've just finished the best shoulder session. I had 3 monsters today. Not sure if that was a good idea. I've got to get up for work at 5:30 in the morning, so I'm not sure. I literally went up on all my lifts by about 5 kilos. I did a question thing on my Instagram about how many pull-ups will I get today. Stupid me left the challenge till post-workout and post-cardio, but I still got 10. I was so happy. I'll put the video here just so you, if in case you don't believe me, I definitely got 10. That felt like the longest set of fucking pull-ups ever. Not even joking. I don't know where this blood in my body has come from, but I fully, like, I'm wearing the brightest leggings. And thank God I have an oversized top on, because your girl has leaked through her tampon. Not the best. So I gotta get home and sort myself out. All in all, I feel so good. I feel so good. How many times am I gonna say that? I was doing 14 kilo lateral raises and my form wasn't even bad. Like, I remember I used to struggle with 8 kilos and now I'm lifting fucking 14. Oh, and also, disclaimer, I've had about 3 people, probably more in the last couple of days, be like, you're on gear, you're on steroids, blah, blah, blah. I can assure you, I am on no steroids. I'm going to be honest, in prep for my competition, the only thing I took was a fat burner. That's literally it. I'm open and honest about that. I tried VAR December last year for 2 weeks. Yeah, November, because I did it for 2 weeks and then we went into lockdown. That's the only time I've touched VAR, and the only time I've had a fat burner was in prep. So obviously IFBB 2 bros, they don't test. But I can honestly say I do not take anything now. I'm naturally quite a strong person. If you've known me for the years that I've been lifting, like I've been lifting heavy for time. My leg press yesterday, I did 240 for 10, I think. But I actually got a video up from April this year. No, wait, hang on. This year? It's fucking... Oh, yeah, no, it's September now? Yeah, September now. April this year, I was lifting 240. So in that time, I haven't really progressed. So I'm naturally quite strong. And you don't have to fucking look muscly and look big and look strong to be strong. But I'm quite a petite person. And I lift fucking heavy, to be fair. So just wanted to throw that in there because I had quite a lot of comments. But yeah, like, I have no reason to be dishonest. I'm honest on my channel. You guys know that. Today is Wednesday. It's check-in day and I am just about to go to the gym for an extra session. It's a back session today. It's technically a rest day. So this morning I did my weight. I was 61 kilos on the dot. Jace is happy. He fucking hate when people drive past. So he basically said that we'll get there in the end. Don't know what he said now. Cardio's been hit, he's happy. Training's going well, he's happy. Obviously I'm on my menstrual cycle, so there'll be a bit of water retention and bloating. He's happy. I didn't actually do a video. I said to him, like, can I just do a video once a week on a Saturday? And obviously still check in twice a week, that's fine. He was like, yeah, that's cool, like once a week is fine. Told him last night this morning, sorry. This morning after my check-in, because I started work early, I went to Starbucks and got myself a ham and cheese croissant, a shortbread and a coffee. Like, it's fine. I didn't even have a cheat meal at the weekend. So yeah, it's whatever, not bothered. But yeah, I feel good. I feel quite tired today. I've been so busy with work, like I was literally back to back with work today. My voice is quite tired. Hey babes. So yeah, no, all in all, generally a good day. I'm fucking knackered. Oh my god, guys, I had 3 monsters yesterday. Did I say that in my video last night? I can't remember. Probably. I think I'm suffering for it a bit today. I did have a monster before. I did have a monster just now as well. Because I'm feeling a bit hungry, but I don't really want to eat anything. I'm just about to do some private work at work. Some vlogging, just general shit on my laptop. And then go to the gym, train back with my friend at Berkshire. And yeah, early night I think tonight. I've got a 7-3 shift tomorrow. And I need to meal prep my chicken mince because I literally have no chicken mince. I've got rice and green beans, but just no chicken mince. So we need to kind of get our fucking shit together and sort it out. I was going to leave to obviously go to the gym, and the bloody dustbin cart decided to come up my road, so I can't actually get out right now. So I thought I'd do a video because I didn't do a video yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. Oh my god, it's Friday. That's so exciting. Yesterday we had work. Were we busy? We weren't busy. I did a morning shift. I had a rest day as well from weight training. I feel like I've got something to add. I went back in the evening, did my cardio, did my steps. I did like 4,000 steps on the treadmill because I was really slacking in the day. And then I stayed and edited my YouTube video, this one actually. And then I need to do a Q&A, don't I? That's what I need to do. So I'm going to get some questions together for my Instagram and do a Q&A about prep, competing, my goals next year. I've gone through a couple of things actually, like I said in my last kind of edit about VAR and obviously a fat burner, so that wasn't a question on my Instagram, but people have like kind of been asking about it anyway, so I kind of put that in there already. But yeah, today I'm off work. I've got legs. I'm gonna go to Berkshire as per usual. Just love training legs there. And then got a morning shift tomorrow, so yeah, feel pretty good, to be fair myself. I feel good. Period's pretty much finished now, so that's good. I'm glad that the cycle's returned. Hopefully next month it will be like bang on 4 weeks, because I'm like clockwork when it comes to my period. Before I lost it on my competition. So I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna go do my cardio and steps, and I'll see you in a bit. Kiss me in the morning, late at night. I think this is a bit too high. I think this is okay. It's Q&A time. Q&A time. 3 questions. I've got 3 questions now, and then I'm going to go into some more later. I think that's the plan. Yeah. Okay. So, first question is, what was the best thing and the worst thing about prep? So, best thing for me was honestly the routine. I absolutely love the routine. If you don't love the routine when you're prepping for a show, you're gonna find it really, really hard. The only thing that I found difficult with the routine was probably the cardio and the steps, like getting my steps in daily. I was at a job where I was getting like 10,000 steps in at work, and then I moved to another job where I was barely getting like 5,000 steps. It's very much sitting down job, and I found it hard to get all my steps in. But then I moved to another job, so many jobs in a year. Moved to another job, and I managed to get my steps in a lot easier. So that was definitely the good thing. Yeah, I just love the discipline it gave me. I love the routine, and even post competitions, off season, improvement season now, I'm still very much in that routine of like getting my steps in, getting my cardio done. So prep has actually taught me, like, it's just given me another focus, but it's just given me like something else to add to my life that I really enjoy. And that's the key thing. If you don't enjoy the prep part and the actual journey, the process of it, you're going to find prep really, really hard. That was the best thing about prep, is that it gave me a sense of like focus, discipline, something to work towards. And you know what, weirdly, I loved the challenges. So I would say the worst thing about prep is the food side of stuff. So because I am such a foodie, I really struggled, like, I binged on my prep. Like, everyone knows that who watches my channel. I really struggled with binges. My worst being a 5-day binge when I actually switched jobs, and I was just using food as comfort, and I was emotional eating. And a lot of people say you shouldn't be going into a competition or prep if you don't have a good relationship with food. However, for me, I can say that prep actually helped me overcome some of my binge eating issues. Now, I know post-competition I did have binges. I think in the industry it's not very talked about. People don't open up and be honest about the binges post-competition. I have been very open and honest. I have had binges post-competition. Within the last week, my hunger levels are so, they've been regulated now. I'm not as hungry. I finish a meal and I'm finally full. That's just because my hormones are now at a level where I feel fine. Like, I feel satisfied now with the food. But in prep, that was probably the hardest, and sometimes it made me feel really guilty, and I feel like I'd have to punish myself with cardio. However, now, had I not have gone through that, had I not have prepped, I think it would have just been suppressed even further. But prep kind of brought that to the surface and made me heal that side of me, heal that part of me. So a lot of people can turn around and say bodybuilding can kind of exacerbate your binge eating issues or any eating kind of issues and relationship with food. That, I feel like that is such a subjective view of it. For me, I feel it helped. Don't get me wrong, I will like pig out and eat whatever the fuck I want, but it's not to the extent that it would have been before a few years ago when I used to have major binge eating problems. I literally used to come home and hide my food in my bag post gym, go upstairs to my room, eat my food in secret, and that is literally a binge eating problem. I didn't realise it was an issue until like prep basically, but I feel prep has genuinely helped me there. How much does it cost? So I actually wrote out a list of the things that I personally paid out for, and I didn't even really add up before today how much I spent on prep. Now I'm going to reel off things I spent. So you got to think about your coaching. I paid about average $130 a month. People pay more, people pay less, depends what coach you go to. My old coach, I was paying like 100, like it just varies. So for me, average, well, my prep firstly was 22 weeks. When I started, I was about 8 weeks out, or 12 weeks out or something, 12 weeks out, but then I delayed my competition. So I actually ended up doing a 22-week prep. So this is actually a lot more than I anticipated, but it still had to be paid for. So a 22-week prep, around $130 a month for coaching. Some people don't have coaches, but I always recommend a coach. So I spent £650 there. You have to think about your tan, your makeup. So tan £70-ish, makeup £70. Bikini is key, around £400. That is quite a cheap one for me. That was medium coverage. Some people can have full coverage of crystals on the bikini, which obviously means more money. And again, if you have bigger boobs, it would cost more money because there's more coverage. So mine was around £400. Shoes, the compact shoes, heels are around, well, between 50 and 100. I believe mine was around 90. Accessories, jewelry, sandals, robe. I put £20 down, but I forgot about the robe. Robe was like £15. So let's just say about 50 quid-ish. Hair, again, hair, for someone to do your hair, that was included in the makeup price of £70. However, I chose to have hair extensions. A few other girls do have hair extensions. I decided to get the nano rings. Again, not necessary. I spent about £300 on that, or maybe £400, I can't remember. I don't want to remind myself. The clip-in hair extensions were still about £150. So I'm gonna just go with £300, just as a ballpark figure. You've got to think about your gym membership. So some people pay for a gym membership. Most people would pay for a gym membership, I would assume. So for me, I'd say £50 average a month, because at the time I was at David Lloyd, I was paying for it. However, now, thank God, blessings, I work at David Lloyd's, and now my membership is free. But again, you've got to think about things like that. So I averaged that over the course of 5 months, 6-month prep, £250. You've got to think about food. So say £30-40 a week. Again, over the course of the prep, around £750 on food. Then you're looking at the federation itself. So different federations cost different registration fees for the year, or membership for the year. I think PCA is quite cheap, or cheaper compared to Two Bros. Two Bros is definitely the most expensive. So entry fee, £50-ish. I think it was about £50, I can't remember. But each category was £100, around that. Again, it's all average prices. I spent £350 just to enter the show. That's with everything else just reeled off. So quite expensive. Then again, posing coach, not necessary. I only had 2 lessons last year. For me, I didn't pay out for a posing coach. However, again, it's probably around this like £40-45 for an hour. You think if you did a few of them, that is going to rack up. And then stage photos, again, they are optional, but stage photos I bought about £60-70. You got to think about travel and accommodation. So again, I'm quite lucky. With my show, I only live 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. However, some people have to travel from quite far, so they have to take into consideration hotels, like 2-3 nights potentially, petrol, parking, all of that. So I averaged, adding all of that up, between £2,500 to £3,000 as a like £2,500 minimum. I'll say 3,000, even as close as £3,500. That is how much a prep costs over time. Now, obviously, your first competition, you're going to be paying a little bit more. I say that. Things like jewellery, you're probably going to use again, or get a little something extra, which won't be expensive. You still have to pay for your hair, your makeup, a new bikini. If obviously most people get a new bikini for a new show, which I definitely will. Travel and accommodation, I don't have to worry about next year because I'll be doing it again at Maidenhead. Yeah, I mean, first competition, you're always going to probably spend a little bit more anyway. But it gives you an idea of how much competing does cost. So I hope that kind of helped a little bit, especially especially for sort of first timers as well that are watching my YouTube channel. So that's that. And then the final question is how I managed hunger. So how I managed hunger, and even now post competition, you get the hunger cravings still. Fizzy drinks. I've never been one for fizzy drinks before prep. As soon as I knew I was allowed Diet Cokes, I was on it straight away. Yes, it does help. I'm not saying it helps completely, otherwise I wouldn't have binged. However, if it wasn't for some of the fizzy drinks I drank, I probably would have binged a lot more. Taking your mind off, go for a walk, get some more steps in, just distract yourself, listen to music. Actually get together, which is what I did. I got together a playlist, a motivational playlist. So every time I played it, I would imagine myself on stage. That was a good one, just to be like, right, just get on with it. But yeah, kind of distracting yourself and just accepting it, accepting the hunger. So when I used to binge, I used to hate the feeling of feeling full, lethargic, just generally quite shit. In that moment, I preferred being hungry. Whereas when I was like really hungry, I was like, I just want to fucking binge. And at that time, I would just eat and not be mindful eating. So practice mindfulness while you're eating. Turn the telly off, turn off your distractions, actually be with your food, because your portions are small anyway. Your calories do go quite low. I actually am going to mention another question here. Someone asked how low did my calories go. Now I was a little bit, do I post this? Because just remember, prep is not sustainable. It's not healthy to be going this low. But I put a lot of my food into my fitness pal, so I knew how much I was eating. I was down to like 1100 calories, maybe even as low as 1000 calories towards like the last few weeks of my prep. Now, because I switched coaches quite late during my prep, I switched coaches when I was about 8 weeks out-ish, I want to say. It was very much like, right, we need to get some fat off. So it was a very quick, you got to cut your calories low, do a lot of cardio. I had to do 80 minutes cardio. Isn't ideal, but I just had to get in a position where I had to shred some fat. So that is that. Hence also why I did go on a fat burnout as well, which I did mention earlier. So I'm gonna leave those questions there. I hope that gives you a bit of an insight. And yeah. So I thought I would do a little edit because I feel good again. Yay! I'm at work, just got to work. Yesterday we did legs here, but I didn't do legs till like 7 p.m. because guys, honestly, I'm gonna be dead honest, I was just procrastinating. I didn't want to do it. I came in and out of work about 5 times, sat in my car thinking, right, another squares bar, let's have another squares bar. Got back in the gym, had a drink, and I was like, I don't want to train here. Went back in my car, had another squares bar, and then came back in the gym and I thought, right, let's just get our workout done. I thought, no, shall we go to Berkshire? So I went back into my car, I had another squares bar, and I thought, mate, I just need to get on and do it, because if I drive all the way to Berkshire and I have another squares bar, I think I'm going to lose my head. So we ended up training legs here in the end. It wasn't the best session, but at the same time, I can feel my ass actually hurting underneath from the glute drive, which was good. I did put a workout video on Instagram, so make sure you go and check my Instagram. I'm thinking about making another Instagram account because I just want to make sure I have like a backup in case this one fucks up. Oh my god, it's check-in day. How did I forget it's check-in day? I need to message my coach. 61.2 kilos, so up by 0.2. Yesterday I had like 2 meals back to back at like 8 p.m. because I just did not eat hardly yesterday. So I actually skipped a meal. However, I did have, I've got my watch as well, right? I bought this ages ago off Amazon. It's not an Apple Watch. I ain't got money for that. But it literally gives you everything that an Apple Watch does. So the only thing I really like it for is the steps, but it does count wrist action. So not sure that's a good idea. And don't get any ideas, please. Yeah, I ate 2 meals quite late last night. I got some new snack bars. I got an Alpen, is it Alpen? Strawberry, the strawberry and yogurt one. Fiber, 90 calorie ones. I got salted caramel and lemon. I did have about 1 of each yesterday, just, you know, just to try it to see if I liked it. So that was kind of a probably meal in itself, to be fair. I need to someone check into coach and I'll let you know. I didn't do my video this morning. I'm going to do my video tomorrow morning because I don't have work. So yeah, we're on a roll. Right, so it's Saturday evening. It's about 6:45. I feel very fucking tired, I'm not going to lie, but I still need to do my cardio, and I am actually just decided to go to Berkshire and actually use their spa. I've got my swimming costume and everything. Mind you, when I finish cardio I might feel different, but I think it'll be quite quiet as well, being a Saturday night, so I might do that. And I've never been in their spa, so I'm going to try and video a bit as well. They've got so much stuff apparently in their spa. But yeah, I've got my swimming costume. I just fancy having a chilled evening, take a really nice night for myself. And yeah, I'm going to do my check-in video for Coach tomorrow, but he's happy. He's not going to change anything because I'm still on my menstrual cycle, excuse me. Doesn't change any food stuff like on menstrual cycle, but he said that you're at a pretty happy place at the minute. I said like I'm fine at the minute. I'm not really that hungry. Everything's going pretty well in all aspects of life, so I'm pretty good. I have just downloaded Nebula and CoStar, which is like an astrology thing. One of my friends at work, she told me about it and I was like, fuck it, let's just download it. I think I've downloaded CoStar before, but I was just on my bed reading like about my astrology, the fact that I'm a cardinal sign, I'm a Cancer, what my life path number is, did fucking palm reading. Like, mate, what is my life got to? A Saturday night and I'm looking at what my palm means and all the lines, so I'm not quite sure, but it's very interesting. So if you haven't downloaded Nebula and CoStar, I highly suggest you do. Nebula gives you a 3-day free trial before you have to pay like monthly or yearly or weekly. So I'm going to take advantage of that and get as much information as I can. But I just love learning about myself as well. But I'm going to stop procrastinating because I really just want to go in the spa and just get my cardio out of the way and then go to sleep, have a really nice sleep. This is honestly the life. I don't know how I've never been in it before, but it's so nice. It's honestly lush. Like, yeah, I'm definitely doing this way more often. It's because when I haven't been somewhere, I get really scared to go for the first time. So obviously I'm by myself as well, but it's just so nice to relax, and yeah, it's brilliant. So we did our video for Jace. I will put it beside me, and he came back pretty quickly and said that we're in a good place, keep this condition through off season. We're going to look at changing training aspects every 8 to 10 weeks, so just change the movements. But yeah, he's happy. Like, the weight where I am weight wise is good. I weighed myself at 61.8 this morning, but last night I did have my yogurt with extra Biscoff, chocolate chips. I had a white hot chocolate. I had a couple of things extra, and I had like 25 squares bars as well, which I need to put in the bin because they're all in my car. Not great. It's actually quite embarrassing. Look at all this in here. It's just not acceptable, is it really? It's just not acceptable. So yeah, the spa last night was so pen, guys. Like, today it's complete rest day from work. I have a day off from work. It's not rest day. I've got upper body to do, but I'll do my upper body and probably at work. I'm actually going to work now to sit in a club lounge and do some of my own admin work, and then do my steps, do my cardio, just be there most of the day. Like, I've got 3 meals with me in my bag, so I'm going to stay there most of the day, and then if I fancy going over to Berkshire for a spa, I may do that. Haven't quite decided yet. I have got all my stuff just in case, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure in the situation, but we'll do some more questions and then I'm probably going to round up the video and leave it there. So I thought I would sit in my car to finish off the Q&A because this video is already half an hour long. So why did I pick 2 bros as a federation? So those of you who've watched my YouTube, you'll know that I did plan to do PCA. Now, the posing is very different between PCA and 2 bros. Firstly, I originally really liked the PCA posing, but when I started getting used to the 2 bros IFBB posing, I actually really preferred it for my body. And number 2, because with IFBB, with 2 bros, you can obviously become like pro, and it is the professional league, and then you just have the opportunity to like literally go worldwide, so an international. At the time, there was a few people who were like, doubting me and thought, you know, first competition, 2 bros, are you sure, like the competition is crazy? I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. Set my goals high, set my standards high, and we came out with a second, and a third. So for me, 2 bros is literally the competition, the federation for me personally. Next question, why do you still have a coach when not prepping for a show? It is so important. A lot of people, as soon as they finish competing or finish a show, they just stop coaching. Now, your off season, especially you're reversing out of a show, that is the most important, the most fragile part of the off season. Your body is in a very vulnerable state, and if you just quit coaching and go all out, yeah. I personally would never not have a coach now. My future is competing. Like I want to do competing for the foreseeable, and it's very important to have a coach during off season so they can obviously know your body. Jace hasn't actually worked, or I haven't worked with Jace yet for an off season, so that's why it's very important for me to do an off season with Jace. But don't get me wrong, I have an idea of what I need to do, but to have still accountability with a coach during off season is very, very important, especially if you can still afford it. Obviously I went through the cost of competing is expensive, but for me, what I pay Jace, I don't even see it as like, I just see it as a non-negotiable. You know, you have daily non-negotiables, I have a monthly non-negotiable when it comes to my budgeting and my money and obviously coaching. So yeah, that's why I still have a coach, because it keeps me on the straight and narrow, keeps me accountable, and that's exactly what I'm here for. What are my plans for competing next year? My plans for competing next year, I'm having an off season now for about 6 to 8 months. I really want to do at least 2 regional shows, and I want to do 1 pro qualifier if I can, if not 2. So, actually I say that I probably will do 1 regional and then do 2 pro qualifiers, because obviously financial, it's going to be very expensive. I did a regional in August, so that will allow me to do a regional up until next August. So it gives you a year. So I want to try and do either end of April for my first regional, and then do a July pro qualifier, potentially a September qualifier, but April, May, June, July, 5 months in like lean stage condition, not sure. I believe there are some shows in June or July, I can't remember. It depends. Do you know what, guys? I'm gonna give it till the new year. That's a good 4 months. Oh my god, I can't even think. It's a good 4 months away, 4 months of growing, and then see where my body is at January, February time. And if we want to push a little bit more, then I'll probably do a July show. But if we're in a state where I think I can cut down now and be in a good position to, you know, do pro show, then I will go for April. But that's something that me and my coach will discuss next year. You have an idea of what you want to do, and that's kind of what I want to do. It just depends how my body responds in off season. In a proper off season, as I said, I haven't done a proper off season yet, so this is like a proper off season. Last one, advice for somebody who wants to compete. I had someone yesterday actually message me on Instagram, bless her. She's got a lot going on with her uni work and things like that, and she said, you know, what would you advise, pretty much? If you want to do it, just do it. If it's something that you're looking into, I would just, you know, you're obviously passionate about it, so why not do it? All I would say is fall in love with training, fall in love with getting steps in. This will just make it easier for competing. So I wish now, looking back, I had a daily routine of getting my steps in and cardio, and getting a routine of meal prepping as well. It's just simple stuff like that. Because if you don't do steps, you don't do cardio, you don't really like training, or you just train for training's sake, then it's just going to be really, really hard when you're prepping for stage. Fall in love with it, be passionate about it. It comes naturally. I love training from when I was like 17, 18 years old. I just grew to a point where I thought, I want to go further with this. I feel like I can go further. And that's what I decided to do. I wanted a new focus. So that's what I'd say. And money, obviously, if you're in a good financial spot, that's also a key thing. So that's all I've got for you on this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. It had a bit of everything in it, which is kind of good. And I will see you in the next vlog.